Welcome back, Mebanites, to the Positively Mebane October update. I'm joined today by Mayor Hooks and our interim city manager, Preston Mitchell. Thank you both for joining me.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly.
Halloween is coming up in just 2 days, and I know everyone is really excited about that. We want to thank everybody who came out this past weekend to the Downtown Mebane Halloween Spooktacular. It was a fantastic event. We saw lots of really cute costumes. We had some really good vendors. There was axe throwing. There was a dunk booth. So lots of fun and some new activities that we have not had in the past. And we just really appreciate all the community support and all the kids we saw having such a great time. But let's go ahead and dive into some important topics from the October meeting that we would like to highlight or just go over to provide you all with a little bit more depth and information. The first one, however, though, we would like to make an announcement on a recognition that we had. Mayor Hooks, could you please tell us a little bit more about that?
Indeed, Kelly. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to recognize our employees, specifically when they do such a magnificent job every day, and to kind of elevate them to when they get involved in outside activities that represents Mebane. I had the honor of recognizing our Mebane Public Works Director, Chuck Smith, who was elected to serve as a director of the North Carolina American Public Works Association Facilities and Grounds Committee. The American Public Works Association serves professionals in all aspects of public works, a fact that sets it apart from all other organizations that makes it an effective voice for public works. The Facilities and Ground Division organizes to support the professional growth of men and women whose responsibility includes the operation, management, or maintenance of public buildings, grounds, or parks. Congratulations, Chuck, and thank you very much for all that you do for the city of Mebane.
Yes, thank you so much, and congratulations on being elected into that position. That is such an honor, and we couldn't be prouder to have somebody from the city of Mebane representing us. But moving along, the city had a proposal for a potential new school that might come here to the city of Mebane. Preston, could you please tell us a little bit more about this proposal?
Yes, Kelly. At the September 9th, 2024 council meeting, the council accepted a petition for annexation and the clerk's certificate of sufficiency and adopted a resolution setting a date for the required public hearing in our October meeting to consider approval of extending the Mebane's corporate limits. Actions on annexation request is required before Mebane City zoning can be established. The Mebane City Council adopted ordinance to extend the corporate limits of Mebane to include this plus or minus 15.7 acres. The applicant, which is Carolina Cheeve and Steve Hubert, is requesting to establish R20 zoning on a property totaling the acres previously shared, specifically located on the corner of West 10 Road and Rock Quarry Road. The property is located outside the Mebane extraterritorial jurisdiction, or known as ETJ, in Orange County. The subject property is currently zoned agricultural residential by Orange County. The proposed rezoning was R20 residential district by the city of Mebane. It is important to note that elementary and secondary schools are allowed with development standards and a special permit approved by the Mebane Board of Adjustment in the proposed R20 zoning. This zoning is the least dense residential zoning district in Mebane and is the most consistent zoning districts with the property's current zoning by Orange County. The applicant has the site under contract to purchase contingent upon the approval of the request. The city council did vote 5-0 to approve the R20 zoning as presented, finding that the application is consistent with the objectives and goals of the city's 2017 Comprehensive Land Development Plan, Mebane by Design. Specifically, the request is for a property within the city's G2 industrial growth area. Also, a quasi-judicial meeting was held where you had to be sworn in to speak, as the applicant is requesting the required special use permit to develop the K through 8th grade charter school on the property. The Mebane Technical Review Committee reviewed the proposal to confirm the development complies with the Mebane Unified Development Ordinance and other city standards. The applicant shared the project will be completed in 2 phases. The initial phase will include modular units to be installed to operate as a kindergarten through 4th grade school for approximately 2 years. This will include a parking lot with approximately 72 spaces. Also, one site access will be provided on West 10 Road, along with a driveway to a bus loop. An entrance-only access will be provided on Rock Quarry Road. The final phase, or second phase, a plus or minus 34,000 square foot permanent school building for grades kindergarten through 8th grade will be installed. An additional parking lot will be added with an additional 147 spaces, and one additional access will be provided on Rock Quarry Road. In addition to the school building and parking lots, the site plans showed that the applicant will add a future soccer field, the required stormwater device, and future gym. The installation of a sidewalk along West 10 Road and Rock Quarry Road is a voluntary commitment offered by the applicant as defined by North Carolina General Statutes. The City Council voted 5-0 to approve the special use permit as presented and finds the request is both reasonable and in the public interest because it was found that the request meets the 4 finding of facts, which are: will not materially endanger the public health or safety, will not substantially injure the value of adjoining or abutting property, will be in harmony with the area in which it's located, and will be in conformity with the land development plan and other plans officially adopted by the City Council. With some discussion that occurred, the applicant has agreed to remove the modular units once the permanent building is occupied. So we're very excited to see this addition to the Mebane community, Kelly.
Yes, and that will be coming in the coming months and years. It will not happen right away, so we'll have to give that some time. But another exciting announcement, or I guess not announcement, but a ceremony that was held was for the expansion of a very well-known confectionery candy maker here in Mebane. Mayor Hooks, could you please tell us what ceremony this was?
I will indeed. Thank you so much. It's always exciting as the mayor to participate in ribbon cuttings and groundbreakings. And this one particularly was quite sweet in the fact that MORINAGA, one of our major corporations in Mebane, hosted a groundbreaking, a very elaborate groundbreaking ceremony to begin its production facility expansion on Thursday, October 3rd. I was honored to be there to participate. MORINAGA, American Foods Incorporated, a world-famous Japanese confectionery and candy maker, is building an additional 100,000 square foot production space on its existing 21-acre facility property at 4391 Wilson Road in the Buckhorn Economic Development Zone. They will be investing over $136 million in capital. Quite an investment. They will provide an additional 204 jobs by 2030, paying over $48,000 annually, with other jobs being full-time and including healthcare and related employment benefits. What a true blessing we have to have MORINAGA in the city of Mebane, and we wish them well as they continue to grow along with Mebane and Mebane's growth.
Yes, the city is very excited to have MORINAGA as a partner, not only because they are investing in our community, but because they do so much to give back, and they really are just great community partners. But another ticket item that we've had some questions about and we wanted to cover is regarding the potential for a McDonald's here in Mebane. Mayor Hooks, could you please give us a little bit more detail about what exactly happened at the October City Council meeting?
I would be happy to, Kelly. At our June 3rd, 2024 council meeting, the applicant, McDonald's USA LLC, requested to amend the existing special use permit to allow a 1+06 acre of land to be developed into a restaurant with a drive-through window at the Oak Manor Market Shopping Center. where the food line is located at 640 North First Street. The property in question was zoned B2 General Business District on December 9, 2002, under the old ordinance with a special use permit that stated there would be no restaurants with drive-through windows. The request to amend the existing special use permit would only apply to this parcel of land, and the applicant provided a site rendering of the brick building, displaying that it would conform with the rest of the shopping center. The applicant also completed a traffic impact analysis and will provide a crosswalk across the shopping center's entrance at North First Street. Back in June, after sworn testimony from the applicant's representatives and the public, the Mebane City Council voted 3-2 to deny the special use permit application as presented due to a failure to satisfy the 4 criteria required for approval. During the October 7th meeting, a motion was made to go into closed session due to pending litigation pursuant to North Carolina general statutes regarding the proposed developer, Outparcel LLC, having filed a petition in Alamance Civil Superior Court. The council came back and voted unanimously that the city would agree to resolve Outparcel LLC's appeal of the denial of the McDonald's drive-through restaurant by the city's issuance of the permits for the same by consent order of the court, on the basis that the applicant waiving any rights to cost and attorneys. Our legal attorney, civil attorney, Lawson Brown, stated that the case law would compel the judge to rule in the applicant's favor and remand it back here to the city council. As part of this settlement, the applicant has agreed not to seek attorney's fees or cost that they would otherwise be entitled to if they were successful in court. So we're saving city resources.
So Kelly, the action at the October meeting is the final action on this matter and will overrule the action that was taken at the June City Council meeting. In this case, the City Council, upon legal advice from the city attorney, determined that moving forward with a court case would most likely result in a ruling against the city, thereby costing resources, as Mayor Hooks referenced. So at this point, the project will be able to go forward, meeting all other requirements beyond the prohibition of having a drive-through window. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Preston and Mayor Hooks. Well, that about wraps up some of the big ticket items that we wanted to discuss. However, we do have some announcements as we are approaching the holiday season, and there is lots going on. The first is a reminder that Lake Michael Park in its entirety closed to the public back in September. The park will be closed for about a year as we work to replace the dam and spillway. So please do not go to the park, do not utilize the trails or the playgrounds, as you are not allowed to be on the property. As a reminder, there is an exciting event coming up for Halloween, and it is taking place tomorrow night. It is Cone Health Med Center's second annual Trunk or Treat. It's going to be happening tomorrow night from 6 to 8 p.m. You can bring the family out for a spooktacular evening of fun, candy, and Halloween cheer at the Med Center in Mebane. You'll be able to enjoy a variety of refreshments from food trucks, groove to some music, and of course, collect some free candy. There's also going to be a 5th grader art show in the Med Center building. Be sure to vote for your favorite pumpkin patch party drawing. Just as a reminder, and just so you all know, Cone Health Urgent Care will still be open during the event, and parking spaces will be roped off specifically for urgent care patients. Another exciting event we have coming up this weekend is this Friday, November 1st. The city is hosting a free movie showing of the 1954 classic, White Christmas. The movie will begin at 6:15 p.m. in downtown Mebane at the corner of 3rd and Clay Street. Moviegoers are encouraged to bring chairs and blankets. Also this weekend, the Downtown Mebane Development Corporation and other downtown businesses are hosting their annual Downtown Holiday Reveal. That will be taking place this Friday and Saturday, November 1st and 2nd. You should head to downtown Mebane and you will be able to see the streets lit up with lights and festive displays. Come explore your favorite stores and snag some festive finds for the season. Just so you all know, city offices will be closed on Monday, November 11th in observance of Veterans Day. And city offices will also be closed on Thursday, November 28th and Friday, November 29th in observance of Thanksgiving. Letters to Santa for those of you who have kids will be kicking off very soon. The Mebane Recreation and Parks Department has made arrangements with the elves at the North Pole to accept mail delivery for Santa. Please have your children write a letter to Santa Claus, and in a few weeks, they will receive a letter from him in return. In order to receive a letter in return, we ask that you include a self-addressed stamped envelope with your message. You can drop off letters between November 18th and December 10th at one of our 3 Letters to Santa mailboxes. The locations where you can drop these off will be at the Mebane Arts and Community Center, the Mebane Community Park, and of course, the Mebane City Hall. The Winter Wonderland Craft Show is also coming up. That'll take place on November 23rd. It is a Saturday. There are going to be over 50 vendors selling at this year's craft show. It'll go on from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and it's a great way for you to start your holiday shopping, come get a picture with Santa Claus, and of course, find unique one-of-a-kind gifts for everyone you love or everyone on your list. And then at 11 a.m., there is going to be a special guest arriving via the Mebane fire truck. And this special guest is coming exclusively to get pictures with your children, so you will not want to miss out on the fun. And then later that very same evening, we're going to head on over to the Veterans Memorial Garden in downtown Mebane for the annual Christmas tree lighting. This will take place from 5 to 7 p.m. And our Mayor Ed Hooks, will be there to light the tree with, of course, his special guest, Santa Claus. The tree lighting will take place around 7 p.m. and there will be musical guests performing, and it's going to be just a really fun, festive way for you to ring in the holiday spirit and to come out and hang out with friends and loved ones. And then, of course, please mark your calendars as the one and only nighttime Christmas parade is fastly approaching. That's going to be on the first Friday in December, which is Friday, December 6th. It is, of course, the Mebane Christmas Parade, and that will begin at 7 p.m. You will want to make sure you get here early, as streets will begin to close around 5 p.m. And people usually come and leave their chairs out the night before, a few days before. So make sure you get there early so you can get a good seat. But for those of you who cannot make it, do not fret. There will be a YouTube live stream of the Christmas parade, and that will be available on the City of Mebane YouTube channel. Before we end this segment, I do just want to remind everyone that the planning department as well as city staff are working on planning for Mebane's future and updating the 2017 Comprehensive Land Development Plan. This planning process is being called Mebane 2045, Planning for a Charming Tomorrow. There is currently a survey open. If you go to the City of Mebane website and go underneath departments, click on the planning department, the very first link you see on the left-hand side will be called Mebane 2045. If you click it, you will be able to take a survey you'll be able to take a survey where you can say the things you love about Mebane and the things you hope to see in the coming years. Your input and your, guidance will really help guide this updated plan. And we really just encourage all of you to please participate and take it. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell everyone your input and your voice matters. Aside from the survey, we also have the first public forum coming up. The public forum will take place on Tuesday, November 19th at the Mebane Arts and Community Center from 6 to 8 p.m. Here, the city will consider community goals and input as part of the process in updating the plan. We're going to have engaging activities and meaningful conversations focused on our shared goals for Mebane's future. So if you would like a little bit more information about the planning process and how this is all going to work, please come out to the public forum once again on Tuesday, November 19th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Mebane Arts and Community Center. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in and watching this today. And thank you, Mayor Hooks and Preston, for joining me.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly. Kelly, thank you for your reminder. Happy holidays to everyone. We have so much going on between now and and New Year's Day. Thank you for the reminder, Kelly. You and Preston, make sure you get your letters to Santa Claus in. I'm working on mine now, so thank you for that reminder. Just want to wish everybody happy holidays and a safe one. And remember, shop downtown. They are very critical to our city, and I just want to encourage everybody to shop downtown as much as they can. But as a reminder for everybody, Mebane, please stay positively charming.
Yes, and have a safe and happy Halloween, everyone.